So we have solved these first 4 questions on Friday. You might have seen in the class group also. I have shared the screenshots of these questions. So on Friday, we have learned that there are 2 formulas which you need to remember for spheres. So if it is, volume we are talking about, so then you need to remember this formula, that volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. Okay, this is the formula in front of you. I hope you can see it on your screen. So this is the formula you need to remember for the volume of sphere. Volume is 4/3 pi r cube. Okay, this is the volume of a whole sphere. So if it is a hemisphere, so then we will halve this volume. Okay, so and it does not make any difference in the volume if the sphere is solid or if it is with the open lid. Okay, so it does not matter. Volume may, if the sphere is complete, like if it is a sphere, this is the formula. If it is hemisphere, we will halve it. Okay, so just like we were doing in the other formulas. So the trick comes when we talk about surface area. Okay, so the formula of surface area is 4 pi r square. This is the surface area of sphere, 4 pi r square. It means that it is believed that to cover up a sphere, we need 4 circles, because we know pi r square is the area of one circle. Okay, so we need 4 circles to fully cover the sphere. Okay, so now if it is a hemisphere, like if it is written solid hemisphere, meaning by it is having 2 uh, faces, like the top one is a circle and there is a curved below. So for this curved one, because the full surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square, so it means this will be 2 pi r square, and this circle on the top is having area pi r square. So the formula changes into 3 pi r square. Okay, if it is a solid hemisphere, it means that the 2 faces are there, the curved face and the circle on the top. So if it is open hemisphere, it will be mentioned in the question, if it is open hemisphere, okay, just like a bowl, okay, there is no top on the bowl, so then surface area will be half of the total surface area, which is 2 pi r square, right? This you need to remember. So we are going to start with question number 5. Please help me in doing the calculations. So we need to find out radius of each of the following spheres with the surface area which is given to you. Okay, so we will start with question number 1, 210 centimeter square. So question number 5 of exercise 7C, NSM3 we are talking about. So in A part, the surface area is 210 centimeter square, right? So we need to find out radius. So you will use the formula that surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square, right? So now we will put the values. We know that surface area is 210, 4 multiplied with, it's up to you if you want to use 3.14 r square. Okay, so now what is 4 multiplied by 3.14? So please help me in doing these calculations. What is 4 multiplied by 3.14? Hashim, Rashman, Narmeen, Waleed, Zoya or Inaya, which please open the calculators and tell me what is 4 multiplied by 3.14?
12.56.
12.56. So now we need to divide it. 210 divided by 12.56. $210 divided by 12.56.
16.71.
16.71. Okay, so now we will use the estimation. Okay, these calculations we can do through calculator, but now we cannot find the square root of 16.71 accurately without calculator. So what we need to do in the paper, we will find out the estimated answer, just like we did in the previous class. So we know that 4 square is 16 and the next is 5 square, which is 25. So this is the closest value to this 16.71. So we will say R is approximately equal to 4 centimeter, right? So in the previous class, you may have observed there was volume given and we were finding radius from the volume. So it was R cube. and then we estimated the value of r using the cube numbers. Okay, so this time it is surface area, and in every question r square will come, and we will estimate the value of r using square numbers. We will see कि ये किसके close square है. Okay, so just like in this question, 16.71 is close to 4 square, so the answer is 4 centimeter. So let's solve question number 2, B part. So in B part, the surface area is given as 7,230 millimeters square, and we still need to find out the radius of this sphere. Okay, so we will use the same formula. We will write down, as we know, surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. So we'll put the values 7,230 is equal to 4 multiplied by 3.14 multiplied with r square. So r square is equal to, please do this calculation with calculator, divided by 12.56. I know this will be the answer every time. So please divide 7,230 with 12.5. So what you can do in the paper, if this question comes in the paper, so round it off. Although it is not recommended, it might change the answer also sometimes, but because you need to find out the answer, and if you will remove the decimal, ये तो 6 digit long हो जाएगा ना, so it will be a difficult calculation. So what you can do, that you can round it off, this 12.56 to 13 maybe, right? So that you can have an estimated answer, because if you will leave it here, so again it's 3 marks questions, so probably you will get 1 mark. Okay, so that you need to remember. So now what to do, or in this question you can also convert it into maybe centimeter, it's up to you. So what is the answer of this calculation? 7,230 divided by, Walaikum salam.
Ma'am, 575.63.
So 575.63.
63.
Okay, so this is the answer. Now we need to do the estimation. So I'm changing the color so that it is more visible. So 575. So let's see. We know that it would be a huge number, 20 square is 400. So maybe 25 square. 25 square is, can anyone recall what is 25 square? 625, I believe. 625. So what is 24 square? Because these are the two we need to compare. 625, 24 square kya hoga? So we can just find out, because we need to estimate. Okay, so it's like 576. So the 575 is close to which number? Will the answer be 24 or 25?
24, ma'am.
24. Okay, because it is close to 576 more. Okay, so answer is approximately. We are still using this sign of approximation because it's not the exact value. Exact value would be in decimal. Okay, so 24 millimeter would be the radius of this sphere, right? So moving on to the C part. So moving on to the C part of the question. So in C part, the surface area is given as 3,163 meter square, and we need to find out the radius, right? So we will do the same steps. We will write down, as surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. So now we will put the values 3,163 is equal to 4 multiplied by 3.14 multiplied with r square. Okay, r square would be, take these two on the other side of the equation, so it will go in the denominator, and we know the multiplied answer was, what was 3.14 multiplied by 4? 12.56. Right. So can you find out the answer of this with 3,163 divided by 12.56? What is the answer?
I'm 251.83.
251.
251.83.
251.83. Now we need to take, because we need to find out r, so we will take square root on both sides. Okay, so this r will be equal to, now we cannot find the exact value without the calculator. So what we need to do in the paper, we need to find out approximate answer. So 251 is close to which number? Let's say, so 15 square is what? 225.
225.
225. So 16 square is?
I think it is 256.
256. So now this is close to 16. So we will say r is approximately equal to 16 meter. Right? I hope this is clear. We need to find out the approximated answer because we are not allowed to use calculator in the paper, right? So we will see which square number is closer to this answer and we will find out the answer, right? So this is the answer of C part, 16 meter. Now moving on to D part of this question. In D part, the surface area is 64 pi. So it's 64 pi centimeter square. And we need to find out the radius as usual. Right? So we'll do the same steps. We'll write down the formula that surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square, right? So we will put the values, surface area is 64 pi. Now as there is pi in the surface area, so I will not put the value of pi here because it will be cancelled. So r square is 64 pi divided by 4 pi. So this pi is also cancelled and this 4 can also be cancelled, right? So r square is 16. So take square root on both sides. So r would be square root of 16 is 4 centimeter, right? So this is the exact answer. So we will not use the sign of approximation here, right? So I hope this is clear. So next part is E part. So E part of this question is surface area of sphere is given as 911 pi millimeter square. Okay, we need to find out the radius. So we will use the same formula again, which is that surface area, total surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. Okay, so the formulas are very important in this topic. Usually the question comes in like very basic level question comes, straightforward question. The radius will be labeled and you need to either find surface area or volume, or the volume will be given and you need to find out the radius. So simple, but you need to memorize the formulas. So 911 pi is equal to 4 pi r square. So take this 4 pi on the other side of the equation. So it would be 911 divided by 4 pi, right? This pi will be cancelled. So we are left with 911 divided by 4. So we need to divide it with 4. So let's say the answer would be 4 2s are 8, 11. So 4 2s are 8, 31. So now what is the close number? 7. 7 4s are 28. So now the 3 is remainder. So it would be 30. So 4 7s are. So approximately this would be the answer. 227.7 millimeter square millimeter. So now take square root on both sides and we need to see which number is the closest number to this. 227 say.
15.
So we know that 15 square is 225 and 16 square just we got to know it is 264. So it is close to 15. So that's why the approximated answer is 15 millimeter. Okay. So any question? Is it clear up till this point? Right? Right. So the last part is F part of this question is surface area is given as 49 pi. So surface area is 49 pi centimeter square and we need to find out the radius, right? So we will use the same formula that surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square and we will put the values 49 pi is equal to 4 pi r square. R square is 49 pi divided by 4 pi. The same steps you need to follow. Pi will be cancelled and 49 divided by 4. Can anyone tell me the answer? Like not using the calculator, but can you tell the answer on your own? 12.2? 12.25, right? So now we need to take square root on both sides. So 12 is like 4 square is 16 and 3 square is 9. So with which number it is close to?
9.
What? 9?
Yes.
Is it in the middle?
No.
No? Acha, I should have done this. Like I should have done this here. That's right. Because these are both square numbers. Instead of dividing before, I should take this square root here. R square is 49 by 4. So I can see they are both square numbers. So I can take the square root here so that I'm not losing the data. So R would be 7 by 2. Are you getting the point? Because these are both square numbers, so I can find out the exact answer. So this is 3.5 centimeter. Okay? So actually, it was not close to both of them. It was almost in the middle. right? So the answer is 3.5 centimeter. So any questions, bete, in question number 5? So now moving on to question number 6. This is the question. So now we need to be very careful of the statement also. The hemisphere, a hemisphere has a curved surface area of 364.5 pi. So find its radius. Now we need to be careful of that what formula we need to use, because as I told you in the start of the class, there are 3 formulas of surface area. Which 3 formulas we are having? So one is for the sphere, if I can write it down. So sphere ka area, surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. So other is sphere surface area of the curve. Yeah, open, sometimes it would be written. So curved surface area of definitely hemisphere. So that would be 2 pi r square, because that must be the half of this one. Okay. So then the third one is solid hemisphere. It is half, but there is a lid on the top. So then the surface area would be 3 pi r square. So you need to be very careful which wording is used in the question. Like here it is hemispheres. So matlab hai either this formula or this one, because ye do hemisphere ke formulas hai. Now they're talking about curved surface only. Okay. So it's not a solid hemisphere. There's no top on that hemisphere. It's like a bowl. Okay. So it's open hemisphere. So then we need to find out the radius. So for open hemisphere, we need to find out this formula 2 pi r square. Okay. So let's do question number 6 together. So question number 6 is, I'm writing data first. Curved surface area of hemisphere, this is given in the question, okay, is equal to 364.5 pi centimeter square. Okay. And we need to find out the radius. So using formula, curved surface area of hemisphere, you can write down, is equal to 2 pi r square. Okay. So we have just discussed why the formula has changed. Okay. So we know the formula, we know the surface area is 364.5 pi, and this is 2 pi r square. So r square would be 364.5 pi divided by 2 pi. So this pi will be cancelled. So now what is half of 364.5? 364 ka half kya hoga? 182.25, right? Half of 364 is 182, and half of 0.5 is 0.25. ठीक है बेटे? So now we will take square root on both sides. So 182 is close to which number? Okay, we know 12 square is 144. We know 13 square is 169. And 14 square is, what is 14 square?
196. 196.
196. So this is again in between these two. 182 is almost in the
More
middle.
closer to 30.
No, ma'am.
It is more
Usually
close to,
to
sorry?
first one. 13.
So is it close to 169 or 196? So it's
169.
like 182.
Difference of
125.
13.25 and 13.75.
So it's almost in the middle. It's almost in the middle.
It's exact
So
one
we'll
is
take,
13.5.
0.5 could
that's right. It's
Exact
approximately
is
13 point.
13.5.
Because it is in the middle, you know, it's very small difference between the two. So we can say it is 13.5 approximately, definitely. It might be
Exactly
13.4 or 13 point. Sorry?
It is exactly 13.5.
Oh, so it is exactly 13.5, Ashman says. All right. So, you know, if this kind of difference is there, we can still take it as like the mid value. Okay. So R is approximately 13.5 centimeter. This is question number 6. So moving on to question number 7.